Oh nigga, you ain't heard? We the yacht club. Motherfucker, we ball out. I ain't stingy, shell. Nah, nigga, I don't hold up. On the ball, time to re-up. You still fucking with that quarter ounce? You broke nigga, still broke nigga. You still broke nigga. That's the shit I be talking about, nigga. You ain't heard.
Right back in your ass. It is Righteously Ratchet. I'm your boy Brooke Acosta, and it's a subject that I wanted to talk about. And
it hits close to home.
Stop reading my damn mind, because I was gonna say that. You're a thief, plagiarizing
total
shit. But I want to talk to you guys about the truth. In 1994, Alanis Morissette dropped an album called Jagged Little Pill.
And you ought to know.
And I always wondered what the Jagged Little Pill was. And, you know, years later, after listening to it, this iconic album, I realized what the Jagged Little Pill was.
And what was the Jagged Little Pill?
The truth. Because the truth is hard to swallow. It cuts and it hurts sometimes. And sometimes when people tell us the truth, we can't accept it. But I want to know, when is the truth, someone telling you the truth about yourself, or not the truth or certain truths about yourself, when does it turn into bashing? Let me know.
You know I got plenty to say. So B, what's your knee-jerk reaction? I'm curious.
I get it's really not, if you tell the truth about somebody, you should just accept it. Now, when you go on extra
Who
with
should
it,
just accept it? The person saying it, or the person that's receiving it?
The person that's receiving it. So if you say you did this, if it's the truth, it's the truth. Like you said, a lot of people get mad at the truth, but when you exaggerate it, that's when it becomes a problem. You adding your special effects to it.
Key word, when you exaggerate the truth. And when it comes to me and you and I beef because you like to paint all black women with the broad stroke of the fattest paintbrush that could be bought at Pearl Art Supplies. Okay? Like, that's what you do. You don't say, oh, well, women behave this way and I don't get it. You say black women do this.
Okay, and the reason why I say that is because I'm not concerned. I don't give a fuck what the rest of them do. I'm not looking at them, because the thing is, society has put the black woman they made y'all the center of pop culture, whether it's for good things or bad things. And what I see is that whether you're not ratchet or you're not this, I see a lot of women who promote that shit or support it. Or
black women are the most disrespected
by who?
And disregarded
by each other.
In the United States of America. Do we have to talk about Kanika Jenkins? Which is just a few weeks ago. This isn't too long ago in history. This little black girl, now you know,
got drunk and had a white girl moment.
Who knows what happened? But I tell you what, if her name was Pollyann McCormick from wherever, Appalachia.
Just like
no.
They found the killer. They found John Benet Ramsey's
like
killer.
Chandra Levy.
They found Chandra Levy's killer.
They were going after it for years. We don't forget about that. I remember her name. That was like, the 90s, John Benet Ramsey. Exactly. So even if they can't figure out who's killed these little white girls, it at least stays in the pulse of pop culture. You're never supposed to forget it. But you never get that kind of emotion and sensationalism around a black woman or young girl being killed. And Kanika, my heart goes out to you and your family. We've all been in some fucked up situations where we could have been fucked up big time. And it's I'm not done, because Kanika speaks to me. I'm sorry.
The ghost of Kanika. Go ahead.
I know what it's like to be a young 19-year-old, 20-year-old partying at a hotel with my friends. You never think that you're going to get caught up in some crazy shit that would really be the end of your life. And I know that you've done it.
But what I'm saying to you is this. We've
all done it.
Every once in a millennium, a black girl has a white girl moment. And you know the white girl moment is?
It has nothing to do with the white girl moment.
No, she does something completely fucking stupid. Like get drunk, wander in a hotel, go down somewhere with the liquor pouring and all them pills coming out your system. You're probably hotter than us right now under these lights. You sit down in a fucking cooler and you fall asleep in the liquor and the pills and you die.
Have you ever worked in a restaurant?
I worked in a restaurant before.
Oh, so you know what it's like to go into a fucking freezer.
Mm-hmm.
You know that the freezer is separate from the refrigerator.
Not all the time. I worked at McDonald's. But let's not talk tangentially. Let's talk about what we're talking about. Is that yes, black women are the most disrespected
and disregarded.
But here's my
even by our black men.
And by black women.
I want to know, B.
I look at Mona Scott.
I'm hearing him.
Y'all ain't mad at Mona Scott.
Listen.
Y'all not mad. Mona Scott make y'all look bad.
Listen.
Mona Scott
makes the people that sign up to work with Mona Scott look bad. What she does is not a reflection of me, nor is it a reflection of my friends, my family.
Listen.
But that shit is hella entertaining.
Listen,
Mona Scott is like Jerry Springer for me.
If I live in Iowa and my name is Becky and I don't know any black people, you gotta understand
I understand because I have lived in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where the only exposure they had to black people was the fucking movie Friday that they saw on MTV.
Now peep this.
So I get that. You don't have to try to get me to peep it. I'm just
making a point. And the point is, if you can try to absorb Mona Scott all you want. But I'm just saying, is that on Monday nights at 8 o'clock, if I'm a white person and I turn on my television and I'm watching something interesting, I think about, I don't see no other black people nowhere in my life, but all I see is these housewives, these black people, these ballers, this black ink, all of this shit. I think black people are, look at the image we portray and look at the black women that you see on it. I could be mad.
I have no issue with Black Ink New York or Black Ink Chicago. I think that's black people doing what they do.
I just want to ask you a question. How many of those people in Black Ink
in school, you mean like a university,
yes,
have earned some kind of degree?
Yeah, I'm just saying, dude, we don't propel that. We don't.
There are a few of them.
But we're not following for that. We're following for the bullshit that goes on.
No. A college degree in education is not for everyone. There are some people. I let you go. There are some people. All they're supposed to do is create art because that's what they do. They're artists at their core. There are some people that are intellectuals and they want to go and earn these degrees and prove to someone else that this is what I do.
Even if they're artists, it's dope. I'm
gonna go so far as to say that there are some motherfuckers that are just meant to be riffraff and gangsters and just run the streets.
But when I watch that Black Ink thing, they do it's more violence.
I don't understand why you would hate on
it's
Black
more
Ink
violence.
Because these are black
violence
people,
and fuckery
black
than
people
art.
with black businesses that have channeled the violence into an art form. Said, "Yo, I'm off the streets.
Get the fuck out of there."
Yo, I'd much rather than be tatting somebody up than to be out banging on the block. Like
they banging on TV. They making themselves look like fucking idiots. Every time I look at a preview, it's some fucking fighting.
I'm not mad at a black business.
I'm not mad at a black business, but show
the
good parts. You showing these niggas fighting.
And they're showing the good parts. They're showing the artistry. Like Black Ink Chicago, those artists are dope as hell.
But
every time I turn on
the
might want some by Cat Tat or Brian
like niggas.
or even Ford.
But that's what sells now.
That's what you see.
No.
The ratchetness,
exactly.
sex appeal, that's what sells. People don't want to see nobody reading the book nowadays. It's sad to say, but they don't want to see like you're reading the book.
No, but when you got our sister, Mona Scott, that got fake bodies is the shit now because all she hired is these thought bitches, ex-strippers. She's putting these bitches on a pedestal for love and hip-hop. These bitches ain't even rapping. These bitches don't even be... Half of them drop...
And this is where I get irritated when they want to paint black
I'm
women
talking about the ones on TV.
With this broad paintbrush, yes. But I'll tell you...
But if I'm a
because
white
my
person,
birthday was last week, right? And I had a real sexy birthday with my new boo. And he bought me Neil deGrasse Tyson's Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. And I'll tell you, I'm like at page 70, really understanding the way the universe was created. So even though it's not about me personally, I do feel some kind of way when people in general, not limited to black men, but when people in general want to say that all black women are this way.
Oh, yeah, completely. But what I'm trying to say is that you got to look at it. You're within the community, so you know the different types, like we do. But when you are not, and the only image, think about the image Cosby showed us on Thursday nights.
Absolutely.
If you was a white person somewhere that didn't know nothing about black people, you didn't look at us as fucking whores and sluts. You looked at us as maybe a guy who's raising a family, who's,
right.
You know, like this is the image. But this is the fucked up part. You got a black woman who's doing the exploitation. I could see if the producers of Love and Hip Hop and all of this ratchet shit and these housewife shows were white people. These are black.
Some of them are.
No.
The showrunner for Real Housewives of Atlanta this season is a white man, which is why Kim Bierman Zolciak, whatever her name is just running the town, running all over Kenya Moore, and like really making it difficult for her to film. This is some bullshit that really doesn't matter in real life. I just happen to know it
exactly
because I care about all the gossip. But I'm saying, like, no, there are, like Juan Carlos was a black man who was the showrunner for Real Housewives of Atlanta for a number of years. And he was exploiting black women.
Yeah, that's what my point is this.
It's black men exploiting black women. It's not limited to Mona Scott.
It's just black people.
It's America. Because black women are now characters.
And they feed it, and y'all, not to say, black men
don't say y'all.
The majority of black men don't sit up and support this shit. The black woman supports it.
When's the last time you watched the Funky Dineva video?
Who's that?
I just asked him, when's the last time you watched the Funky Dineva video?
That's a girl!
And he does. So how do we know what's right? Like, we ratchetly.
Ratchetly. She making up her own.
We are righteously ratchet, and I feel like we're out. I don't even know if we're going to be able to come up with any kind of consensus when it comes to this.
The consensus is this. You're right. You should not paint broad strokes when you're talking, but there's no way not to when you're speaking. You can't talk to 8 million people.
You still trying to excuse
No,
it?
I'm not done. You can't just... But what I will say is that I have generalized a little bit too wrong. But...
Uno más, por favor.
I'll say this. Sisters and the things that they support make it very hard to look at them and say that those statistics, negative or wrong. That's all I'm going to say. We'll
What
be right
you got to
back.
say, B, before we close? I'm sorry.
I'll see.
No, that's just the way the world goes. Like I said, sex appeal, ratchet, that's what sells. And people don't care who they making look bad as long as they get that bag. And that's what it's all about. It's sad to say, but everybody want that bag.
We sell our integrity for a bag, for a fake bag, for a bag that's not even going to last that long.
What I mean with the bag mean that bag with the money in it. That's
I know
what I'm
that. That's
saying.
what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a fucking Michael Kors bag.
Yeah, they do
What
that
you
for
gonna
that
do?
too.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what they want, the bag. They don't care as long as they got that bag with that 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 for episode.
So, wait. The real question is, what is your price? And with that, we out.
Righteously
Yeah,
Ratchet
some people
signing
do it
out.
for a big mill, dollar mill.
Bullshit, I do this shit, man. This is what the fuck I do. Yeah. Oh, nigga, you ain't heard. Black man, he pays. Oh, nigga, you ain't heard? That club, man. You shouldn't be crazy. That club. You separate the whole time. Pesos. Oh, nigga, you ain't heard? We the yacht club. Motherfucker, we ball